Deshaun Watson and maybe the Heisman talk as well? Have you had those conversations with him? And maybe a follow-up question, where should your role be in vouching for him now to be nominated for the award?
I don't have to vouch for him. Just watch the games. He vouches for himself. You know, that's one of the things that I tell our players all the time is, you know, your voice is how you play. You make a statement by how you play the game. You state your case by how you play the game. So, you know, that's really all that needs to be said. I mean, Deshaun Watson, and as I've said many times, I think he's the best quarterback in the country, and I think he's maybe becoming one of the best player in the country. You know, but that's my opinion. Everybody's got an opinion. That's mine. I love our quarterback. Wouldn't trade him for anybody. And boy, he's led this team. He has really grown into his leadership role. He's taken command and ownership of everything that happens. And man, I love the fire that he's got in his gut right now. And he is so humble and so unselfish, and just loves his teammates. One of the easiest guys I've ever been around, day in and day out. I mean, you know, as far as all that other stuff, you just got to go play. I mean, if you play well, all those things take care of itself. You're not going to talk yourself into it. You can't, as I tell our guys, don't talk about it, be about it. So that's all we need to worry about. Just keep playing. And if he's good enough to get it done, then he'll get it done. If he's not, he won't. I love him anyway. He doesn't need to win the Heisman Trophy for me to love him. I love him. I'll take him. I don't care what anybody else votes. So it doesn't really matter. And as far as again, I'm just telling you, we got 18 days left. And we got a lot of work to get done in 18 days. We got to be workmanlike. We got to be focused. We cannot waste one day. And that's what the message is about, is having the best Tuesday that we can possibly have. 100% dialed in on what we're doing today. Win today.
That fire that you're talking about, are you referring to like cutthroat competitor kind of blossoming up like lately?
Cutthroat? What is that? What do you mean by that?
The competitive fire.
I just, you know, he's just so comfortable in his role, you know, as far as being the commander out on the field. And he's just got such ownership of our offense. He wants the ball, and he wants it in crunch time, and I love that. He doesn't really flinch. He doesn't really care what's happening with the defense. He doesn't get distracted if all of a sudden they give up a 60-yard touchdown. He doesn't really care. He's just going to go play. And you know, I just think that if he has a bad play, if he makes a mistake, you know, it just doesn't affect him. And that's what I like the most about Deshaun. He really brings a poise and a presence to that group offensively, and they feed off of that.
What is your level of concern a little bit with the defense being so susceptible to giving up some big plays on the ground these last 3 games?
Well, we got to get it fixed. I mean, again, they're, I don't know, number one in a few defensive categories. We're like top 20 in every category, just about in the country. I think we're 25 in rushing. I think that might be our worst statistic, and that's because we've given up some big plays these last few weeks. But well, first of all, you give the opponent credit because they've worked really hard to make some plays. Last week, you know, we had 48 snaps and they got 80 yards on 48 snaps. That's pretty dominant. But they got 243 yards on 7 snaps. And 3 of those, 100% coaching. I mean, we just didn't give them a chance to be successful. And that's coaching. You know, 4 of them, we didn't do our job. We didn't execute. And the opponent did a great job. They blocked us. We missed tackles. They made a couple competitive plays. I mean, that play, Shaq kills the quarterback and the ball's thrown up and the guy makes a great play on a 3rd and forever. I mean, that's football. So, you know, the opponent made some plays. And we didn't execute quite as clean in 4 of those plays like we like to. 66-yard play. on a slant, and we got two guys that just don't make a tackle. You know, those are things that we can do a better job of. So those 7 plays, those are the things that we gotta get fixed. But at the end of the day, we're number 1 in the nation in third down defense, and number 1 in the nation in 3 and outs, and you know, on and on and on. This is a good football team. You look at the totality of the season, we're 10-0 because our defense has played great all year as a whole.
Have you officially ruled out Mike Williams for the season?
I don't have any. I'm not the judge and the jury here. I don't have anything to do with that. You can talk to God about that. I mean, I just get the guys ready that they give me a report and they say who can play, and that's who we get ready to play. I don't get involved in all that. If they ever tell me he can play, then hey, it'd be great. But I don't make those decisions.
Has he made a mind?
What's that?
Do you think he has a chance at all this year?
I don't. You have to ask the doctors. I really don't know. As I've said about 5 times, my personal opinion is I don't think he will be back. But I mean, that's just an opinion. I don't know. I've also said, hey, in Mike's mind, he's playing in the national championship game, and that's okay. That's the mentality of a competitor. But I don't have a clue. I know he's doing great. I know they're getting ready to take him out of his little soft thing, and he's not going. He's back. They've cut him loose to start running and doing things like that. But you know, I just want to. My biggest thing is, I would never. I mean, somebody'd have to sign off in blood that he's okay before I'd put him back out there. You know, I mean, I wouldn't tell him no, but somebody'd have to come to me and say that, you know, the doctors, and say, hey, this kid is 100% fine to play. Because, you know, I mean, you just want to make sure. I mean, he's got so much football left in front of him. We can win without Mike Williams. We don't have to have Mike Williams here to win. We're 10-0 without him. You know, so, I mean, it's not like if we don't get Mike Williams back, we can't go win a championship. You know, we got some pretty good players.